Hey guys, it's Kate here. Welcome back to another video. It's officially August, which means it's time to start reading some books for the new month. Although I have been able to keep up 8 books under wraps for a while, sometimes 6 to 8, I do think I prefer to see how my mood is doing and based on my number of books I read, because honestly I do like having like books on hand, which happens because I shop for a book or two the week prior, or the month prior for the following month. But I also like walking into the bookstore and getting the next book in the series that I'm currently reading. So that's where I'm at with that. I do think that I give better reviews when I can enjoy the whole book and I still have space for more books. So let's get started. The first book on my list is Honeysuckle, and it's a novel by Bar Friedman Tell. And this is more of a gothic horror type of book. I am really into them. I feel like this is giving T. Kingfisher type of vibes. So I'm really looking forward to this. This was actually gifted to me by my husband, so thank you. And he's probably not watching this, but even if he is, thank you again. I will say that man will buy me a book just so that I have more books on my shelf, because I read them and then I go buy more. So here basically we have Day and we have Rory. And Day is actually made for Rory, but things are just not what you would expect. There's a very different dynamic and Day changes every season. So she is not always going to be composed the same way, but just the thought that she was made for him, and what exactly does that entail? You guys can hear the kids in the background because they're playing like Cupcake Shop, something like that. The next book on my list is Phantasma by Kylie Smith. The reason why I'm going to read this is because I listened to Plot Twist Please, and I listen to them while I'm going on my walks. And I started everything from the beginning and they had mentioned it, and I'm like, you know what, I've seen it for a while, I wanted to give it a try, why not? I will mention them down below so that you guys can go take a look at their page if you have not done so already. Honestly, I really like their content, and I really like that it's not just like one genre that they read, so it makes it a little easier for me to find something that I like through there. And also, if you haven't joined their book club on Fable, do that as well. It says Phantasma only has 2 rules: stay alive and don't fall in love. So I'm gonna guess with all of it, they stay alive but do fall in love. Like I said, I'm going blindly into all these. I do like to go into my books blindly, even though I've gotten a few hints here or there of what to expect. Now my next one is actually the last book in this series, and it's Exile by Steph Maga, and it's the 4th book in Dance with My Demons series. If you know me, you know I devoured the last 3 books in the series, and this one is going to be treated just the same. I look forward to this so much. So I cannot wait to see what happens. The last one ended up in a cliffhanger like they all do, but she does really good as to like smoothing them out together so that like they pick up wherever they left off, and I really like that. But this is thicker than the other 3, so let's see how juicy this one's going to be. My next one is also the 4th book in another series, that one being a dark romance, and this one being a dark romantasy, you can say, because it's not just romantasy, it's definitely a dark romantasy. And this one's The Wrath of the Fallen it's the fourth book in the Gods and Monsters series by Amber B. Nicole. I cannot wait until the next book comes out this year. These were a birthday gift from my husband. Like I said, he gifts me the best gifts. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I really loved the series so far. The third one had me emotional in like good way, but I really liked it. So I'm excited for this one. Now, we have our advent calendar book for the month of August. I don't know if you guys can see them because they're over here so you can't see them, but I have 4 more advent calendar books for the year of 2026, but I already have my collection of books for the year 2027, which I'm really surprised that I got them. A lot of them are first book in series because they're series that I'm interested in reading. So there's that. But I will say I'm really excited to continue another year doing this. So let's open and see what I got. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I completely forgot that I picked this book. And I'm going to see it because I was going to go get this book itself. But I think I was told that this is the second book in the series, which means I'm going to need the first book in the series. The book that I'm talking about is The Silence of the Lambs. I heard it was actually a really good book. It is considered more of a classic novel, and yeah, I really wanted to read this book. But like I said, I heard that there is a book that comes before this one. So I'm guessing I need to get that first, or do I not? I need to do some research. But I'm looking forward to this. I want to see what everyone is talking about when they speak of The Silence of the Lambs. That is the last book that I have to show for you guys with like this TBR for the month of August. I'm really excited for 2 of those books, being The Wrath of the Fallen and Exile. Then in line, I think I would put Phantasma and Sounds of the Lambs. And then lastly, I would put Honeysuckle. Not that I think it's least in line, but probably the order that I will be reading them in the order of excitement as well. And I will also go check to see if Silence of the Lambs has a book that comes before that, because I have a feeling that is true and that I found that out through like research, but I cannot remember. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. That being said, let me do some research and get ready to go to the bookstore. Alright guys, I am so happy to see you guys here. I took my ring off because I was doing dishes. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.